All right. So you've been in a car accident. You've been taken to the hospital. Your car's been towed away. What about the stuff that was in it? Now, kind of forget about that. There's usually a lot of things in those vehicles that we haul around with us. Some of them we should probably leave at home. We just keep forgetting to take out of the car, but it's in there nevertheless. And so you don't want anything to happen to that while the car's out of your control. And if something does happen to it, how do you prove it was in there to begin with? Well, hopefully, if your car gets towed or something like that, law enforcement will make an inventory of the things in it. In other words, the things that were there before they had the tow company come and pick it up. And that's all fine and good, but it doesn't always happen. Sometimes you go to pick up your vehicle or get things out of it if it's been totaled, and there's some things in there that are not there anymore. And the $1,000 in rolled up $20 bills that you like to keep underneath the dash for emergencies, things like that. But in all, kidding aside, is sometimes there's firearms in those vehicles. Sometimes there's valuable items that you've been hauling around and forgot to take in. In the first place, don't leave things in there if you don't want to have something happen to them. Obviously, it's easier to get something stolen out of your car than it is your home. But that's easy to say. All of us are pack rats. But if you're going to keep things in there, make a record of it. Take a picture of something. If you have something installed that's special, or if you're going to keep a firearm in your car for your own protection, then you should take a photograph of it or take the serial number on it. And, find out that, someone else may want to testify that it was in there, so that if it disappears, it's gone. Remember, when something leaves your control, and it may go through 2 or 3 different hands, sometimes it gets difficult to say what was in there and what wasn't. A lot of people that have the camper vans and so forth now, and they're outfitting them, put a lot of specialized stuff in there. Well, if that thing goes away for a while, who knows if everything's going to be in there when you go get it. So if you put a bunch of installs in your camper van that are special, that have some equipment in it, make sure you photograph it so that you know that if something happens to it, if it's still there. Otherwise, it's pretty hard to prove later on. Just an idea that you should probably follow up on. But just like taking all the stuff out of your car that you don't need to have in there, it's sometimes hard to do, but it does pay off. Thanks. In the meantime, if you get in an accident and you get hurt, give us a call. I'm Rick Wagner. Let's see what we can do. But take care of yourself first, because that's what's most important.